Chaos erupted backstage at the Anthony Joshua vs. Daniel Dubois fight Saturday night, and it's not what you'd expect. Fists were flying, and unbelievably, Jake Paul attacked none other than Mike Tyson. That's right, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, who are gearing up for their own highly anticipated fight, couldn't even wait until they stepped into the ring. Before things escalated, they were both at Wembley Stadium to enjoy the heavyweight showdown. But Jake, known for stirring trouble, just couldn't help himself. What started as playful banter quickly turned serious when Jake got too close to Tyson. And by close, I mean dangerously close. Chaos ensued. Jake Paul couldn't keep his hands to himself, and before anyone knew it, tensions exploded backstage. Bam! A full-blown brawl broke out, punches were flying, and security he rushed in to control the chaos. The scene turned into absolute pandemonium. Now the hype for Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson has skyrocketed after this wild incident. If you thought their tension was high before, it's now off the charts. After the epic Anthony Joshua vs. Daniel Dubois fight, with everyone buzzing about Dubois' shocking knockout of AJ, the real drama unfolded backstage, overshadowing the night's main event entirely. While that shocking knockout was making headlines, Jake Paul was cooking up a whole new drama backstage, eager to steal the spotlight. True to form, Jake couldn't resist stirring the pot. If there's a chance for attention, he dives in head first. As people prepared to leave, Jake launched into a tirade of verbal shots aimed at Mike Tyson. Out of nowhere, he started hurling insults, claiming Tyson didn't have what it takes anymore and that he wasn't the beast he once was. Seriously though, we're talking about Iron Mike, one of boxing's greatest legends. Jake clearly wasn't thinking about who he was messing with. Jake Paul, known for being fearless, or maybe a bit too reckless, was about to push the limits. Then came the line that ignited the chaos. Jake called Tyson a sick chicken, looking for excuses to back out of their upcoming fight. That was the moment Tyson lost it. Mike, who had managed to keep his cool all night, finally snapped. However, it's important to remember that Tyson has been in the game long enough to know he doesn't need to respond to every loudmouth. Still, Jake's relentless taunts were hard to ignore. As soon as those insults flew, both entourages jumped in, and things escalated from zero to a full-blown brawl in no time. Backstage erupted into absolute chaos. Both Tyson's team and Jake's crew were in the mix, and fists were flying everywhere. Absolute chaos ensued. True to form, Jake wasn't about to back down. He jumped right into the madness, throwing hands. But here's the thing, Mike Tyson didn't completely lose his cool. While he was clearly fired up, this is Iron Mike we're talking about. He's seen it all and fought through wars in the ring. Even with Jake acting like he wanted to fight, Tyson knew better. He wasn't about to get dragged into a petty brawl with a YouTuber turned boxer. He had bigger things to focus on. Mike Tyson has fought the best of the best in his prime, and Jake's little stunt was nothing in comparison. Still, the tension backstage was palpable, leaving fans and fighters still hanging around the venue in disbelief at the scene unfolding before them. Security had to rush in to break up the chaos as things escalated out of control. Jake's crew tried to back him up, but Tyson didn't need any help. He stood there calm and collected, not even breaking a sweat amid the madness. Once the chaos finally settled, Tyson decided it wasn't worth it. Rather than getting dragged into a full-on fight with Jake, he walked away, composed like the legend he is. It was classic Mike Tyson, demonstrating that he's above all the drama, while Jake continued to act like he was the king of the ring. Let's be honest, Tyson isn't about to let some loudmouth YouTuber drag him down. He has better things to do than brawl backstage with Jake Paul. He's a legend, and he knows it. Tyson understands when to fight, and more importantly, when to walk away. And this was one of those times. While fans were treated to an epic showdown between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, it's clear that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson managed to steal some of the spotlight from the main event. Everyone was buzzing about how Dubois pulled off a massive upset by knocking out AJ in the 5th round, yet the chaos backstage kept the drama alive long after the fight ended. The boxing world was rocked by a moment no one saw coming, one that should have dominated the headlines for days. But thanks to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, the focus shifted away from the ring and directly to the chaos backstage. Fans went wild the moment news of the brawl broke. Social media exploded within minutes. Hashtags like Kajan Paul vs Tyson, Jake Attack, and a Mike vs Jake Brawl quickly started trending on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Memes, clips, and reactions flooded the internet, drawing in everyone from casual boxing fans to hardcore fight lovers. People were fired up, discussing how Jake Paul's ego had finally caught up with him, overshadowing the historic upset of Anthony Joshua by Daniel Dubois in the 5th round. Some even joked that Tyson's calm reaction was merely the calm before the storm. If you've been following the drama between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, you know this isn't the first time Jake has crossed the line.
On your little menopause break and postpone the fight, so yeah. What about that, dog? I was ready before. You needed a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurt?
He's been taking shots at Tyson's age and condition for a while now, but things heated up during their recent press conference on August 18, 2024, in New York City. This event was meant to hype up their upcoming fight, but true to form, Jake took things too far yet again. Instead of sticking to typical fight promotion and banter, he repeatedly brought up Tyson's health issues. Every chance he got, Jake threw jabs about Mike's health hiccups, constantly implying that the legendary boxer might not be fit to fight, further fueling the tensions between them. Jake's jabs at Tyson had escalated from casual trash talk to something personal. It felt like he was trying to get under Tyson's skin in every way possible. There's a fine line between hyping up a fight and crossing into disrespect, and Jake seems to trample over that line each time he opens his mouth. During the press conference, he mocked, "You had to go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight," showcasing the maturity of a schoolyard bully. He continued, "What about that?"
This is what it's all about for me, man. I'm a kid from Ohio. Boo yourself, New York. Hey, New York. You're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. New York.
Dog, I was ready before you needed a break. Your tummy hurt? Jake didn't stop there. He labeled Tyson everything from washed up to fragile, relentlessly hammering home the notion that Tyson was past his prime and unfit to compete. Jake escalated the situation by making remarks about Tyson's health, questioning how he could step into the ring when he could barely stay out of the hospital. While Tyson has faced health challenges and has been open about them, he remains one of boxing's most intimidating figures, and no one should underestimate his strength, especially not Jake Paul. The crowd at the press conference was not having it. They were clearly fed up with Jake's trash talk, and the boos grew louder every time he spoke. The audience drowned him out with jeers, showing that it seemed like the entire room was siding with Tyson. Even those who might not typically support Tyson felt compelled to back him up against Jake's relentless taunts. While some fans might typically enjoy Jake's antics, this time they were fed up with his disrespect. When the crowd turned on him, it only fueled his anger. The louder they booed, the more Jake ramped up his trash talk. But make no mistake, Tyson is not someone to underestimate, especially in the ring. Although Jake may have gotten under his skin with his health comments, come fight night, Tyson will let his fists do the talking. Jake Paul's brash personality has landed him in hot water once again. The hype from the recent brawl wasn't the only outcome. It turns out he was injured in the chaos. The YouTuber-turned-boxer had to be rushed straight to the hospital, and word on the street is that he has broken ribs. This injury throws a serious wrench into his upcoming fight against Iron Mike, scheduled for November 15, 2024 at the AT&T Arena. With this recent fiasco, the heavyweight showdown is now in jeopardy. It will be interesting to see how everything plays out in the coming weeks. That's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on this recent brawl? Fill the comment section with your opinions, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.